even know what the date is because my watch isn't working. What time is it? What is the date? Help. I believe it is the 28th, and I'm going to guess it's around 1:31 since I just looked. Anyways, good afternoon. Hi, Nicole. Thank you. Yellow? Really? You know what? I put it on and I was like, not so bad. Thank you. Nicole Marie, how are you doing, darling? How are you feeling? We're going to gloss over the energies, talk about weird shit, and then probably touch on fear and maybe laws of karma, whatever we have time for. Hi, Tori. It is the 28th. Tori. Ay, ay, ay. Where are the days? It's the 28th of April, which means it's almost May, which means school is almost out, which means almost Christmas. Yes? Oh my God. So Tori, Lisa, Robin, thank you guys all for joining. Cynthia, Betty, hi. Betty, John Kelly from Ireland. I watched something about people protesting in Ireland. It made me think of you. Everything with Ireland makes me think of John Kelly. But hi, Rebecca. I was thinking about you, actually. What was I thinking? I don't remember. I think it was something that I found out that I was like, oh my God, I have to share that with Rebecca. But then I forget. I feel good today. Lately, I've been feeling all types of different shit, working on coming out of the shit feelings. Samesies. So yeah, 100% the same, which has been the April energy, and I'm honoring that. But I realized, because I've had so much introspection too, you know, and just looking at myself from the outside and the inside and like all these things. And I'm like, I think I'm just going to land on that I'm a different person every day. Some days I want to do things, sometimes I don't, most I don't. You know, I just function differently than most people. And instead of me thinking like, I've got to go out and do these things because that's what people do, I've come to realize I don't have to do shit and I'm okay with the way that my life is. So anyways, I've realized this about myself. Hi Liz, you love my hair? Thank you. What do I have going on here? I was creating a list and I was hoping you guys could help me if there's any more things. Hi Ed. Hi Connie. Oh God, I don't even know what cards I'm going to do today because I don't know what I have. Hold on. Hi Heather. Oh, you have some sad truths. Oh yes, we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Hold on. Oh God, I probably missed people and I don't like the way my paper is. Thank you guys. Heather. Okay. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. Hi Sherry. And thank you, John. I'm going to move this paper because why is it all the way over here? You know, because I was in deep thought before I came on here. That's why. Anyways, hi Christina. Christina, I appreciate you guys so much. Remember, I have another giveaway, which I think I'm going to pause on after this one because I'm like, I'm going to get myself buried and confused. So I know myself and I honor this part of myself. Anyways, my angel number deck that I'm going to, again, I could just drop ship it from Amazon if it's less than me shipping it. I might just do that anyways. But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you. I found this shirt that says, that's bananas, which is something I always say. So I was like, I have to have it, you know. Here is my list, my darlings. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to talk about the, oh gosh, the rest of the energy for April, which thank goodness it's almost over. And then, you know, and then the stuff we still have lingering through May, and there'll be new stuff too. So the picture from the car accident, she was already crossed over. I don't know how I'm gonna say, excuse me, what do you mean? Did you send it to me? Oh my God. How do these things happen though? She literally created a post. Okay, let's just talk about it now. She literally, so this is the one, the Epstein girl that the prince, whatever, William, I don't even know, but the prince, there was a whole lawsuit, whatever. She's the one that got hit by this bus, right? This bus going 70 miles an hour, whatever it was. I don't even know. I have very loose details on this, but you know, she even wrote a post, I am not suicidal. I've talked to my family and my GP about this, whatever. If anything happens to me, do not let this die. And this is just, what is happening with all of this, guys? Hello, Doug and Christina Bunch. You can see it was doctored and edited. It's off. I have not seen the photo of that. What do you mean? It's just wild. Remember when she was in the hospital and they said something about her saying that she had a few days to live? We were talking about it on here and we were like, that's weird. Like she got in a car accident. She's like, I have a few days left to live. And then the bus accident. And then that didn't work. So it's like, I don't know. That's what I think. But so then it's this. She unalives herself. I don't know, man. I don't think so. I think most people don't think she did. I don't believe that to be true. Hypothesizing what people are speculating is just a lot to sharing comments, I'm sure. It's a lot to remember too. I'm literally on my way to get lab work and it's got my anxiety on 100. Here's what I think of it. I had a biopsy last week. I was a little bit in my head about it. Occasionally a thought will come up while I'm waiting to hear back from my doctor, but I always draw myself back to my center and I go, putting the fear out there and the worry of anything is not going to change any of the results. What I can do is start thinking of ways that I can work through my health so that I can implement supplements and healthy ways of living. And I'm just going to focus on living a positive, happy life. And that's what I do. Fear is, and that's one of the things we're going to talk about today. But fear is one of those things that is absolutely always going to get in the way of our inner peace and our physical peace. Fear is so disruptive. So we were all texting. It didn't make sense. I think the Royals were behind it. Oh, there's so many things. And you guys, what's crazy is it's all connected. It's like this web of weird Game of Thrones shit on Earth with your elites. It's so bizarre, you know? It's also wild, but this is part of this. Is this part of the new Earth? Like, is this the big shakeup? And I talked about it for years, you know, the big things that are going to come that are going to change the way everybody's going to look at things, but there may be people who don't see no matter what kind of proof and evidence. And like, we've talked about that, you know, a lot actually, but I look at it and I go, I don't know. It's been since COVID, shit's been really weird. Can anybody disagree with that? Like, in terms of Hollywood and all the demonic symbolism, like now it's just normal for artists to be covered dripping in blood, dressed like demons, doing demon music videos, giving lap dances to the devil, hanging yourself on a cross. Like that's normal now. It's so weird to me, but I look at it, it could be perspective, but I don't know. I think most people who maybe see could tell, you know, I don't know. Hi, Alyssa. Nothing makes sense. And to me, it's bananas because I work and I'm like, is this just my reality? But I work in a business. My full-time job is something that is so insane, you know? And it's not like I just started doing it. I've been doing it a long time. So I get to talk to people who can tell me their experiences with me. And I'm like, shut your mouth, you know, it's bananas. So am I seeing the world differently? A lot of us are, you know, but why? It's so weird. Overly weird and so much coming to light. I know, and this is just the tip of the icebergs, I feel, guys. And that's what's crazy. You know what? And there's so much push in politics, and I hate it because I literally accidentally stumbled upon Pritzker talking today about he was calling for protests and no Republicans, these were his words, no Republicans should, well, kind of his words, should be at peace or whatever he said. If you want to go look it up online, whatever. But I'm like, why are we calling for issues to be had and made when our leaders should be calling for peace, you know, and bringing people together and stuff? I just look at this and I'm like, it's bananas, you know? But anyway, so let's look at the energy now through May 20th. So the sudden shift in the air as life asks you to slow down and realign. The fiery rush of Aries season steps aside and Taurus season enters with a calming power, right? So this is where I say, like, May comes, I'm going to feel better. I'm excited about it. Hi, Amber. Thank you guys so much for joining. I have a pretty long list, so let me go ahead and read that really quick first. My apologies if I missed anybody. Which ones are going to be the fastest? I believe that I am going to do spirit animal guidance cards today because those I can get through fairly quickly. Oh, is it you who told me he wants to run for president? Could you imagine Jabba the Hutt? And it's not even about his appearance. It's not. That aside, what a joke. And I usually don't talk about stuff like that on here, but I listened to him talk this morning. I'm like, what a piece of, you know what? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And it's not because I take one side, or I'm just listening to him and I'm going, you are literally calling for people to cause disruption. But yes, that's exactly it, Nicole. If you haven't heard about that, yes, that is something I've read a lot about. And I was like, well, I sure hope not. Yeah, it would be a joke. Well, but that's the thing. There's always going to be, and now there's such divide between the two parties, which is divide and conquer, you know? There's such divide between both parties. What can really bring people together? Perhaps uncomfortable truths, like we talked about the last couple of years. Yeah, maybe that. So here's my list: Nicole, Tori, Lisa, Robin, Cynthia, Betty, John, Rebecca, Liz, Ed, Connie, Heather, Sherry, and Christina O. And my apologies if I miss anybody. That is quite a lot. I won't have time for more, I don't think. But if anybody would like to be on an overflow, maybe I can have an overflow list. Yeah. Question century is where her estate is going to and her money from that. Who? Oh, the Virginia. When somebody fights so hard for so many things and literally goes and says there's no way that I would ever take my life. And then this happens after a series of very unfortunate events that would have otherwise taken her life. Am I missing something? I'm open to seeing things differently. I am, She had kids and a husband, all the reasons for living, minus the husband. Just kidding. So I've been taking care of my mother. She has to have an amputation. Oh, I'm sorry, Amber. Sending you lots of love, honey. And sending Mom lots of love, too. I feel like autocorrect is just messing with me because I looked at what I was posting and it had the, and then as soon as I hit the button and posted letter Z, it does. I'm telling you, that happens to me all the time. Nothing makes sense anymore. But again, I go, what was it about COVID and like that period of time, whether you had the jab or you didn't, or if you had COVID or you didn't, like there's been some massive shift since that time, If this is a matrix, is it a computer system and is there a glitch? I have no idea, but hi, Tully. Hi, Chandra. Sure, Amber can do that for you, darling. Overflow list. So magnetic energy that is happening right now with this calming power through May 20th. So I have had funky junk April for sure, and I've been very mindful about it and working through it and everything else. But I know too, it's just my knowing that May's going to be better. And this goes with that energy, right? So that calming magnetic energy that influences all of us. You got to be open to it. You got to slow down your mind, be in the present moment. So this is a moment to glow from the inside out, to attract abundance by honoring your worth and to allow peace into your life without apology. Remember, there's other energies happening now too, right? So Betty, I can add you to my overflow list. No guarantees on that because it is an overflow list. Where I came up with this, I don't know. May and June, I feel it. Yes, girl. I agree. You've been struggling to sleep lately. Body feels weird. I can't sleep enough. I can't. And I love to sleep, and I've been doing my lucid dreaming. The hell I'm doing, I don't know. But anyways. I do notice, though, that, I don't know, maybe it's the supplements I take. I feel goodish. Yeah? Not only did she fight harder, her whole family was removed from her. DV and kids taken away, and nobody knows when she was legit alive before the accident. Nobody can find anything showing proof of life before the made-up accident. She was never in the car. It was made up. It was an employee of hers who was in the car accident. It was a minor fender bender. It's all so weird. Oh, all these conspiracy theorists. Well, nobody tells us the truth about shit. That's why. We got to come up with our own things based on stuff people say and facts. And then it's like, well, now we look crazy. But it's like, you guys, start looking into it. And this is why the internet is interesting, because it allows you access to so much information, but also access to so much disinformation and misinformation. And the people who own your media are the same people who own your big pharma and all the food companies, and they have their hands in politics and everything else. Like, you guys, this is the stuff we talk about here. It's weird, right? Okay. I've been traveling. I had a dream last night. I was in another state or even country. I met good people and did not want to go back home. There was way more, but don't remember. Maybe you went to heaven. Whenever I have a different country dream, I'm like, oh, where in heaven was I? I remember one that was beautiful. It was giant mountains. It felt like Japan to me, but I've never wanted to go to Japan. But that's what I would envision it like, with a lake and these mountains, beautiful lush mountains and fields. Shit. But anyways, so expect to feel grounded, building a solid, stable foundation. Let me drink some of this chlorophyll water. Remember, I was talking about this anti-cancer, detoxification. I also did some research on it, and it's good. I've been feeling better since I have been drinking it, and I'll say like even emotionally better. And then I started to look into it, and there's spiritual cleansing properties in it, you know? And it's refreshing. Honestly, it really is. I recommend. Betty's name under Cynthia's name, so the list already. That is very possible. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Okay. I appreciate the help. I don't know what has happened. I haven't had any dreams this year. What? Some people are having trouble dreaming. I wonder. I'm going to ponder about that, which means ask my guides and get back to you. Usually I have very real dreams, but literally I haven't had any dreams, just blank. Well, you could just be downloading stuff while you're sleeping or just resting because you need to and just signed out for a bit, yeah? Been having the urge to take chlorophyll lately with no influence. See, there you go. It helps us with this low vibrational toxic experience we're in. Chlorophyll into my water. One of my clients walked in with a water bottle that was much larger than this one, but with this green stuff. And I'm like, girl, what the hell are you drinking? And then she told me, and then I started to look into it, and I was like, I am getting this. And I've been drinking it every day for a few days now. And honestly, like, I bring it to a sessions and I just drink it. And I feel like maybe it is the whole placebo effect we talk about and stuff, but I do feel it cleanses my spirit. Now, I don't believe it's the placebo effect because I felt that first, and then I went and looked it up in the spiritual stuff, and I was like, oh my God, that makes sense to me, you know? So chlorophyll water. Anyways, all right, let's start my list with Nicole. So what to expect: feeling grounded, building a solid, stable foundation in your trust and your worth and your value, attracting things magnetically like love, prosperity, feeling really sentimental, charismatic, romantic, and affectionate. Anyone? Barf. I feel the opposite of that. I feel like I want to repel people. Yes? Anyone? During upgrades or transitions, not in my work, just in my personal life. I don't know why. During upgrades or transitions energetically, I dream a lot less. Ooh, yes, that's kind of like what I said, right? Or no? But that makes sense. So deeper soul connections, sensual, indulging in comfort, that I am. Luxury, I don't know what that means. Pleasure and feeling really good about yourself suddenly. Self-love, self-care, self-value, all the self stuff that is very important that we often forget about ourselves. Nicole the Dragonfly, I love this so much for you. This is all about embracing your transformation and magic. So courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is within you. You are brilliant and you are blessed. Remember, tap into nature to connect to your magic. I feel that with no body in sight. I love all, but not for me. Yeah, right? I feel like when you really find yourself, your genuine self, and you can be your genuine self, you love it, like you're just content with you. You know, I don't require something. It's nice to have, but I go through these periods with my energy too, where I'm just like, I don't know. So anyways, now remember, there's also this thing going on as I get onto Tori's card until April 30th. So another couple of days. We've been talking about this energy all month, but this is a powerful magnetic energy for manifesting your wishes that come straight from the heart. So what have I been doing? I have not been focusing on all the shitty things that have happened in April and prior, perhaps. I am focusing on what I want my life to look like and how I want myself to feel in the future, because feels are big, right? How do I want to feel? I want to feel joy and happiness and peace and contentment and, you know, all these different things. I want to feel those things, so I focus on that. I want to focus on what it feels like to have financial freedom from all the things that we have to experience on earth, you know, all the hard financial things. I experience what those look like in my imagination, and then I feel them and I get excited about it. So that's what we should be focusing on, at least for the next couple days while we can. Use the energy. Good, Nicole. At least the weather is getting a little nicer. So anyways, a dream you once held close, a relationship that felt real, a goal you nearly gave up on, a version of your life that you deeply wanted is now returning with stronger energy. So a part of your life that you wanted so deeply is now returning stronger energy. So you might hear from someone you loved, remember a wish you forgot, or suddenly feel pulled back towards something that once lit you up. This is your chance to heal, realign, and call that dream into your life with clarity. Call the dream into your life with clarity, right? Write your wish clearly, say it out loud, or feel it to the fullest. To the fullest. Hello, Amanda. When your feelings match your desires, you become a magnetic, very magnetic with yourself, the universe, the law of attraction, those kinds of things. So remember, the next couple of days, we're really focusing on exactly what it feels like to have everything that we want, everything that we desire that is good for us. Yes, not the things that are bad for us and the people and the shit, you know? All right, so on to Tori's card, yes? Alrighty. Tori, the Huck. Oh, I love this. Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. So focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. Yes, Tori. Amen. Go, girl. I kind of almost gave up on the whole career path again, but I'm feeling that. I'm excited for new and improved energy. Excuse me. Let me wet my whistle. Been there, done that. And all the course of time that I've been doing this job. It is hard to do. Sometimes we'll feel like and know it's the moment, and then something will change, and it's just because we need more growth and we need to experience something else first, you know? God, I think, and I can't, this is my full-time job now, but back in the day when I started, I pulled back a few times. I changed what I was doing a few times. And I'm like, I don't want to be a medium anymore. This shit's too heavy. It's way too heavy. I can't do it, you know, or I'd be going through things personally, or decided to have another child, or, you know, whatever the case may be. There's reasons why it happens, but we always go back to it. We always will, you know, we just got to be patient with ourselves. I was patient, but also so hard on myself whenever I would pull back. But the reason why I always came back is that inner calling, and also spirit will pull you back in all the ways, no matter what. It's okay to take breaks, you know, trusting the process. That's right, girl. I am ascending. Love that so much. So this Virginia, I don't know, man. That is wild. So anybody who has information, feel free to share. But, you know, and let's not just put this past the fact that she's a soul who was once living here, who went through really traumatic experiences, now a spirit in heaven, you know? So I'm sorry for her passing. And really quickly, in case you guys didn't know, as I get onto Lisa's card, in case you watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Erica Jane may only be coming back as a friend next season. So not an actual main character in the show. Always trust the process. Always trust the process. All right. And anything else that I wanted to talk about today? There were, but I think I'm going to skip past those. Okay, next, let's touch on fear really quick for a second as I get onto, and remember, whenever I randomly remember during this feed, I'm going to go, okay, giveaway time. What is my favorite color? No, I'm just kidding. And then I'll do a giveaway for this. I should ask a question though. All right, so moving on really quick to Lisa's card, and everyone can learn. When you see these animals out in the wild, you can go, oh, that's what that means too. But here, you see an elk out in the wild. Think of Lisa. Anybody seeing elk? Elk for nobility, Lisa. This is about celebrating your accomplishments with humility. You are very much crowned with success and go through life with many experiences. Powerful forces guide you. Tap into your intuition. Your ability to conquer challenges is limitless. Yes, it is. We're all still living. You guys, we've done amazing. Good job. Pat on the back. I'm still here. You know, you guys, give yourself props every day for still being here. None of us are babies. We've been here a long time, you know. All right. So why do we fear the unknown? Fear can come from a lot of places, and come from trauma, it can come from past lives, it can come from past life trauma, it can come from all kinds of different things. Right? And I always say fear is a waste of your imagination and your law of attraction and all these things. It'll take away from your happiness. But research indicates that humans have different levels of intolerance to uncertainty, a natural developed characteristic. People with high levels of uncertainty might find unknown or uncertain situations almost unbearable, or have an inability to cope. So fear of something that is happening, uncertain situations. Hi, B. Sometimes a fear of the unknown can be closely related to fear of change. And I would say, yes, that's true, right? So fear of the unknown, again, like we talked about earlier, with any doctor visits and things like, it's a good example, because a lot of people, you know, who go through health things, especially because we're up against it, and it feels like everyone knows someone who's sick or has been sick or, you know, whatever. We have to remain positive and focused, and we have to not fear these things, because truly it does nothing for us. Instead, we focus on the positive outcomes. We switch that mindset. We focus on the positive outcomes, right? Fear is a waste. So ways to overcome fear of the unknown. In just a moment, I'm getting onto Robin's card. Isn't it yellow? You guys, thank you. Didn't I shuffle? I'm going to shuffle again just in case. I feel like maybe I didn't. This is one of the times I'm going to trust myself on that. You know. Hi, Charity. How are you, darling? So, fear of the unknown. Anybody have that? Something's coming up or anything? Afraid to do anything? I used to have that all the time. I would hold myself back all the time because of fear. No, I mean, I won't go skydiving or anything like that. Although I've been thinking about it. And I'm like, no, I could never. I'd probably have a heart attack. Fear of things that are out of our control or the unknown. What do you guys think? What is a fear of the unknown that you guys have? Anyone? Okay. So fear of the unknown as I get onto Robin's card. Just a moment. These are really hard to shuffle because they're giants, and this is the way I like to shuffle. And I always thought I had man hands, but I guess not. Hi, Michelle. How are you doing? So ways to overcome the fears of the unknown. Every minute of every day is an unknown, guys. Every minute of every day is unknown, you know? I think to myself sometimes, and I've shared this before, like, what if this is a whole, because it's a pretend tangible experience. I mean, it's very real while we're here, but it's a tangible experience here, a dense one, you know, that we come, it's temporary. Like, could there be just one time where whoever's in control of it in heaven or whatever goes, you know what, we're done here, and just hits a button and we're all back in heaven all at once, you know? No skydiving for you, really? I was thinking maybe that's what's going to wake me up physically. Maybe I need something like that, you know? Been thinking about that to try get over my fear of heights. Oh, I'm not trying to do that. No, that's terrifying. Be like, blindfold me the whole time until we're jumping out of the plane. Then take it off. I would lose my mind. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I try not to think about the unknown one step at a time. Yeah, that's how I do things now. I wasn't always that way. Okay, now let's look at Robin's card. I love this bird, actually, the heron, for patience, darling. So create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. While the weather's finally getting nicer, take time alone to find balance. I find balance by being in my mindfulness and my gratitude, and any thoughts that come to me that are garbage, I work through those thoughts. Are they good for me? Are they serving me? You know, step confidently toward your purpose. What do you feel called to do? Patience will bring you many rewards. Oh, yes, I love that, Robin. On to Cynthia in just a moment. So don't give in to avoidance. Avoiding something that may be a fear of yours does not help at all whatsoever. My allergies have been so bad. It's all that aluminum and barium. It's causing my system disruption. All right. Understand the cause of your fears. Understand the cause of your fears. What caused them, right? Bad dreams, people, being terrifying, true crime shows, past lives, those. I was always fearful of the unknown, mostly around financials. Really? I don't care too much about that because I'm just like, it's Earth. It's like I get a bill in the mail from my doctor. I'm like, that sucks. And then I put it in the garbage. I'll pay it when I win the lottery. JK. Anyways, so that's good though. It's working out so far. I love that. That's one of the things I don't fear is anything that is physical, tangible here or like, I don't know, like passing. I don't fear passing away. I don't fear, I don't know. I fear people. I fear bad people. That's what I fear. That's one of the fears I have is like murderers and shit. That's one of my fears. TV, yes, and my family imposing their limited beliefs on me. Yeah. Dreams, right? Because I have this reoccurring dream where I'm in this like gravel parking lot. I'll never park in a gravel parking lot and walk there by myself ever. After I've had this series of dreams over and over again where I'm walking in the first person through a parking lot at night. It's a gravel parking lot, and then like I don't know, there's just this black pickup truck that rolls up by me, and then like so. Anyways, so I fear black pickup trucks and gravel parking lots as well. Moving on. Utilize mindfulness techniques to reduce fearful responses. And this is where you start to think about something, you start to get fearful. I'm going to draw my attention to that being a fear. And I'm going to go, oh man, this doesn't serve me. Okay, let me think about the blue jay that I watched for 10 minutes outside of my window today and go back to that moment. Or focus on gratitude. Or use my law of attraction for something amazing. How do I want my life to look? You know, things like that. All right, on to Cynthia's card. Oh, you guys. Watching suspense shows, I get really tense and scream a lot. Walk out of the room and shut your eyes. So kind of unknowns. I like thrillers. I don't like gory movies, but I like thrillers that make me like, oh my gosh, you know, whatever. But yeah, the only thing that I freak out and cringe with is like gory stuff. Like I'm like, ugh, I can't do it. I can't look, you know. So guys, another way to work through your fear of things, the unknown, I guess, is increase your self-esteem. The more you love and you care for yourself, the more mindful you are about your thoughts, and the better things are. You don't worry about stuff as much, you know? So your love for yourself with that, and then understanding that you're deserving of peace is part of that, you know? Fear is not part of peace. It never is, you know? Fear is something that just hinders us and holds us back. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, that's crazy. You're right. White hen. I'm going to remember when I listen back. Okay. All right. Whose card was I on, Cynthia? Cynthia, darling. The sea otter. The sea otter. Hi, Kelly. Thank you. What other stuff do you guys like regularly struggle with when it comes to fear? Now, I can't say like I don't have fear of things, then I don't worry about things, you know, because I'm a mother, I'm a person, but I do draw my attention to those and I switch them. And that's the process of constantly working hard on myself. That self-love and self-care I talk about, you know, is being kind to myself with my thoughts too. I think I'm going to put out a bird bath in my yard so I can start seeing more birds. Yes, and bird feeders. Oh gosh, you're going to love it. It helps ground you too. Like I become obsessed and I listen and I watch and then I talk to them. It just, you know, raises my vibration. Connecting with nature always does. All right. So Cynthia, the sea otter, be the master of playful living and having fun. Release expectations and really enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves of life, the ebbs and the flows. Yeah. So your good destiny of love within yourself and all that surrounds you is sure. I'm going to spice up these cards a little bit with my own words. I know, Robin. I know that. But my cousin's husband just shot and killed her son. I know, I remember you saying that, but yeah. No, it doesn't have to be a stranger. All the people are scary. Unless I know their souls and I know they're good people. You know, there's scary people everywhere. But I look at that and I'm like, I ponder these things a lot. Like at what level of creation do those really bad people fit? Because, I mean, it's not really heaven. You know, or what dimension? I tend to have a fear of things not working out the way I imagine, but that's my own expectations. I need to release. That is a real fear. I understand 1,000%. That is something that I've definitely had, right? It's just, we need the traction and the momentum and the time. I mean, I understand that for sure. I feel like that's normal. My eyes are burning, and now when my eyes burn, all I can think about is these stupid freaking medication commercials I have to watch, because if I stream something on Peacock, it's only medication commercials. Only. You know, and I'm like, well, what is that one that starts with an M that is for the dry eyes, you know? It's like I watch these and I listen to them and it's like, okay, you know, you've got this ailment has been shown to cause cancer, diabetes, lymphoma, like all this shit. I'm like, what in the shit kind of risks are these for taking a medication? Anyways, it's wild. But again, in all the years, all our pharmaceutical companies, I mean, they don't make money off of healthy people, you know, they make money off of sick people. All right. Was that Cynthia's? Yes? Yes. Okay, so on to Betty. Betty, the giraffe, the visionary. And when God or whomever was creating these, I go, how funny, you know? How funny. Rise above earthly matters, right? See above the things. Glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. We got to clear our mind first. Stand tall in your self-worth and your value and love with a big heart, the giraffe. I like their faces, yeah? Helps with one issue and causes 10 more, ain't that right? And Hulu is the same way. Is it? How come I was watching, because I flip between them, I just have background noise on, you know? And I'm like, do any streaming services not, like, they're just working commercials right into there now for us? It's like, here's apps where you don't have to watch commercials. Now we all have all the apps, and we're like, now we're going to give them commercials again. Unless you want to pay quadruple the amount of money. These are the things, it's even just things like that that bother me about Earth that I have to remember not to let bother me. It's just like how we are so taken advantage of here as people, and we've got to break free from that. And that's part of this experience, is breaking free from the confinements of literally everything, you know? You're welcome, Betty. The confinements of everything. Unto John. I'm going to guess John's going to get the puffin or the loon. Okay, let's see if I'm right. I'm not usually good with things like this, but any other guesses? That's funny. All right. So on to John. Now, other ways to overcome fear of the unknown. Let's get on to John's card. Accept that you will fail sometimes. And guess what, guys? It's okay. It's okay. Guess what? You tried. That is a big feat in itself. Yeah? Doing something different. But this one's cool. Dave Bull, I believe, said he saw one of these on his drive to New York one time. Anyways, the white stag. This is the shit I remember, just random facts. All right, so the white stag for John Kelly, which is the protector. So this one speaks very much of you being an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Be out in nature. Use your intuition to take you to where you want to go. What's my intuition? It's your inner knowing. It's your connection to the divine. Yeah? So awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings in your life with your magic. Magic. What kind of magic is that? All kinds of different ones. And what is magic? All right. So accept that you will fail sometimes. Oh, I've failed so many times. It's ridiculous, but that's okay because I've learned from it and I'm a good person and I've implemented change throughout my life when I've done things that perhaps one would consider failing. You know? Your phone laugh. What does that mean? Okay, on to Rebecca. So also challenge your negative thought patterns. This will help with fear. Remember, mindfulness is important. You see yourself going to fear. You stop and you go, shit, this is a fearful thought. This isn't good for me. Go to gratitude, go to unicorns, go to anything you can that's going to switch your mind from fear and worry and things that are not good for you to something positive. Anything you can think of. Have some thought in your back pocket. Heck, put a picture in your back pocket so when you have a fearful thought, you can pull it out and go, that's what I want to think about. Whatever the case may be, distract yourself. You know? Oh, low battery. It's the worst. I'm very good with my battery most of the time. Occasionally, a few days went by and I was like, oh my God, I only have 20%. What's happening? Zoom days, am I right? I do Zoom on my phone. All right, so Rebecca. Oh, I love this. Rebecca, the hummingbird. Hummingbirds. I don't get to see enough of those, I feel. This very much is about miracles. You are a joy bringer. You bless the world with positivity and love. Energy soars on your shining wings. Spread the miracle of happiness. Yes, inner light. Chlorophyll. Refreshing for my body and spirit. Yeah? Hi, Tammy. 24 and 24. What does that mean? All right, on to Liz and then Ed. So other ways to fight fear of the unknown. Boost your emotional intelligence. Just whatever that means. I guess that goes hand in hand with the idea of like your emotional intelligence helps you to realize like these thoughts do not serve me. I did remember that one. So practice regular self-care. Practice regular self-care, very important. And on to Liz. Now I know I shuffled these for sure. And another white stag. So this again, an old soul. Best friend being nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. That is not the overthinking. That is the first thought. right? It is not all the shit that follows. You feel like, for instance, oh, I want to be a painter. No, I'm not good enough. No, I couldn't do it. Art supplies are expensive. Like whatever the case may be, you start talking yourself out of it. All the reasons why you can't do something. Go with the first reason of why you can or what you want to do. You know, so awaken to the powerful force within you. Oh yes, because there's one in all of us, believe it or not. You're meant to create blessings with your magic. What is your magic? Oh my God, Ed. So reach out to a friend, guys. You can be here. You can always count on me at least a few times a week. Yeah. I helped Spirit Cross last night. I love this, Sarah Elizabeth. I downloaded a ghost app and I had a lot of intelligent responses. I love that. Amazing. Have you seen that scientists have figured out how to slowly erase painful, unbearable moments? No. What? I would volunteer as tribute. I almost have a problem with that. Okay. Thank you for bringing that up. Topic for discussion. With understanding why we come to Earth and the things that happen here, and although, yes, there's absolutely terrible things that happen here, what do you guys think about that? Would you want really bad memories to be erased? That's interesting. I'm going to think about this. Not for myself, because I don't have memories, but... No, but I do have an article here that talks about how we are going to become immortal through science. And I was like, this is not a good idea. This is a very, very, very bad idea. And that if there's going to be the time where God or whoever who's in control of this shit hits the off button, it's going to be before that happens. Oh my God. Really, Sarah? I'm curious, but also cautious. Yeah, cautious? That is fun. So reach out to a friend, have a talk, find small ways to embrace change. Look, little things, small things every day. Ed, the B for community. So powerful creator. Your work blesses everything that you touch. Be open to receiving good things, to sweetness. You are one of abundance. So connect to the bees. Whenever I get a big fat bumblebee or a queen bee or any kind of bee, I'm like, oh my God. I love the bees. I don't want my past erased. I wouldn't know who I am and become the person I am today. That's where I feel, that's what I feel too. You know, again, I mean, it's so weird though, for the last year or so, I've remembered so many things that I've forgotten throughout my life. And I was like, oh my God, that's right. That did happen. Oh no. You know, so I've had to process a lot of those things, but yeah, I don't know. Why are we doing all this? The goal isn't to be here forever. It's not. The goal is to learn through a limited time experience and grow and then go back home. This is weird. Like this whole thing here, you guys, here's what it is. The heck was it? Hold on a second. Yeah. So in the next 40 to 100 years, experts say that dying may become a thing of the past, and the technologies to make it happen are already in the works. So here's how. Android bodies living beyond biology. Researchers across neuroscience and robotics are actively working on connecting the human brain to external devices. Scientists like Dr. Theodore Berger at USC are developing neural prosthetics to mimic brain functions, blah, blah, blah. Another one is 3D printed organs and limbs to keep replacing. You guys, hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. Building a body from scratch, bioprinting is rapidly advancing from lab experiments to real world applications. The next one, cryogenic freezing, banking your body for the future while full body cryopreservation remains speculative. Organizations like Alcor Life Extension Foundation and Cryonics Institute already offer services to freeze deceased clients in hope that future technology can revive them. That is some Pet Cemetery shit. Just watch that. You can't do that. You can't do that. And why would you want? Your loved one could come back as a brand new baby. You're going to take them into a body that they left. That's so weird. Yeah, weird, right? Well, they also say we won't need cell phones when 6G comes out. They're just going to stick a chip right in our brain. Are you kidding? Ring, ring. Hello? Yeah, I love a chip in my brain. No, thank you. Gross. Virtual worlds and digital consciousnesses. Living in the cloud simulation theory aside, there is a real momentum behind the idea of mind uploading and virtual consciousness. Is human cyborg fusion, merging minds with machines. Elon Musk's Neuralink has already demonstrated a monkey playing Pong with its mind. You guys, there's so much, you know. Yeah, Walt Disney's head is frozen. We talked about that on a live like 6 years ago because I was like, no way. Somebody told me about it. I was like, no way. And then I looked into it and I was like, what? What kind of Frankenstein? What? That's what I was thinking. It's been 18 years when you have constant movie playing in your head every day, no matter how much you try to stop it. It's hard. Yeah. I understand that, Amber. I understand that perspective, and thank you for sharing. I feel like instead of, and this is where I went when you first brought it up, I'm like, there has to be just what, like some of the other things, it can't be for everybody, but it could be, there would have to be ways of working to it where it was beneficial. I don't know. There's just so many variables that are involved in something like that, you know? But anyways, anybody want to live here forever? Hail to the no. Hell no. Please, God, no. It's awful here. Compared to heaven. I'm sorry. I got to remember to say that. Yes, life is beautiful. It's quite the experience, all these things. But I mean, compared to heaven, it's just like, ugh, you know? All right. So get back to the other things that I was talking about with fear. And Connie's card. Connie, the fox, right? So you are swift and smart. Solutions to problems are easily found. Always listen to your instincts and your intuition. Resources surround you and be open to deeper connections. It says romance. I switched it a little bit, but you can use either. That's what you thought too. Oh, which part? Also ways to overcome fear of the unknown. Go to therapy. You can come to me for therapy and clarity. Also attend maybe a group therapy, which this could be as well. You know, it really is. So overcoming fear, have a dialogue with your mind, guys. Have a dialogue with your mind as I get on to Heather's card. Heather's card. So have a dialogue with your mind by rationalizing with your mind, reassuring yourself that you're safe despite the panic feelings. You gradually reduce your fear's intensity, right? You gradually do. The fear's intensity. Yeah, the earth is an uncertain place. It really is. It causes a lot of disruption, a lot of anxieties. It's normal to feel disrupted here. It's crazy, right? Walt Disney, his space race, Operation Paperclip bullshit. I'd ask him a few questions, but, you know, we'll never get transparency about anything because it's Earth, you know? We can have our little sprinkles and nuggets of truth. But, I mean, do you guys, I know there's going to be uncomfortable truths that are going to come out, whatever, but we're not going to know the whole truth about what this experience is until we go home. And then we're going to be like, oh my God. Whew, that was wild. Anyways. All right. So Heather, the Jaguar, the black Jaguar. So the old soul, walk through life with confidence and positive outlook. You have the power backing you from the spirit world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your own happiness. The black Jaguar. It is crazy since COVID. I'm telling you, some weird shit. Feel the fear and do it anyways. How do I overcome this weird fear that I have for it? Feel it, work through it, do it anyway. You know, chances are whatever that fear was isn't going to happen to you, you know? Whatever you were fearful about more than likely isn't going to happen, you know? So by doing small things, manageable doses, not big things all at once, you teach your brain that feared object or situation is not as dangerous as it perceives. Right, so it's really not. Oh man, no kidding. I always think about skydiving when it comes to this. I'm like, that could be dangerous though, yeah? You guys? All right. Aw, cute. Sherry, the dog. I always love when we get one of these. So, which very much represents friends, kindness. Today I will love without condition, something we should always remember. Your energy and enthusiasm are an inspiration. Choose to be happy. You are a protector and a friend. Face fear, it disappears. That is a nice little rhyme to say. I like it. Face fear, it disappears. What am I afraid of? I mean, there's random things I'm afraid of. Like if there was a Tyrannosaurus Rex, you know, outside, if I left I'd be afraid of that for sure. You know, could it happen? All right. And were dinosaurs real? On to Christina O. And then I actually will get to Amber. And that is all I'm going to do for today. So Sherry the dog. Focus on the present moment. A powerful way to do this is through, again, what I always talk to you guys about, which is mindfulness practices, which help you to center your thoughts on the here and now versus the feelings of fear, dread, and worry. Ick. They never make us feel good. When I first started really focusing on my mindfulness, I always have crystals with me anyways, but I grab a crystal, one of my high vibrational ones, like my rainbow fluorite. I remember when I got this one, guys. I believe I was on a live when I believe I did a live when I got this one, but I was like, it's rainbow fluorite with these drusies on it. But anyways, I'll grab a crystal. This one has this perfect little nook for my finger too. It just wasn't meant to come to me. But anyway, so I'll grab it and then I focus on my fearful thoughts and my worries, and then I switch it and I start going to things I'm grateful for, or I envision whatever I'm worried about being, you know, surrounded with white light. I envision myself, my loved ones, you know, those kinds of things. I switch my focus, continuing to focus on the feelings of worry and dread and fear. Just perpetuate that whole feeling. Don't do it to yourself, guys, you know, don't do it to yourself. So fear of the unknown. Okay. And on to Amber, right? No, Christina. Oh, my bad, right? Hello, you guys. Hi, Leah. Thank you. Did I do Christina? I get distracted sometimes, you know. Do you guys hear this? Dr. Mark Gordon just revealed something stunning. 76-year-old U.S. veteran fighting prostate cancer entered a trial using ivermectin, 12 milligrams per day, 8 weeks of treatment, no chemotherapy, no radiation, 12 weeks, no detectable cancer. Something to look into. Interesting. Oh, God, did you guys hear this? Wait, Rebecca and Nicole, are you still here? And just anybody else who cares? But suspect in Kim Kardashian's Paris robbery dies unexpectedly before trial. Weird. I heard on the news Saturday that they are going to try to recreate the woolly mammoth. I bet they are. Oh, Lord. Well, what, I'm going to process that for a little bit, you know. So weird. So weird. Yes, girl, that is true. Isn't this, people just, I don't know how, though. I didn't look that far into it. Unexpectedly. Yeah. So, unexpectedly, in quotations. I don't think I did Christina's card, so I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to do Amber. And then I'm going to go. Okay. Christina, the wolf, the pathfinder, release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have love that endures. Love that one. I feel like we don't get that one a whole lot. And on to Amber. And then I was going to do Betty again because I wrote it twice, but then thankfully Robin corrected me. Which I need sometimes. I need somebody to walk around. I need a shadow for my whole life to do everything I think of doing, want to do, have an intention of doing, to make phone calls and pretend to be me, stuff like that. I need a shadow, a free one. That's what I need. All right. In the physical world, I don't want like a ghost. All right. Amber, the ladybug for luck. How amazing. You are a bright energy in this world, darling. Let worry go and be happy in the here and now. Feel good about being loving and colorful. You bless the world with color and good luck. To you and through you, darling. How about fix the shit show going on in this world rather than bringing extinct animals? Imagine the money we spend on that dumb shit too, you know. Probably won't survive as far as I'm concerned. That's what I'm saying, like, the whole dire wolf, you know, where they mixed genes and shit and made all that. I look and I go, but why? Like, why are we spending money in science and stuff like this? Or just like, why are you wasting time? Like, what difference does having, the things went extinct for a reason? That was before we had like pollution and shit, you know? So, I don't know. I have my own say. We can all have our own opinion. I feel like there's better things to be done than Katy Perry going to outer space or whatever the hell that was, and and recreating extinct animals that are unnecessary animals to top it off. But that's me. So unless they bring back the woolly mammoth and it has the cure for cancer on it, I just don't understand what the point would be. That is my own personal opinion. Oh, let me go ahead and do this giveaway, by the way. So I am going to, thank you guys for tuning in, angel number card deck. I'm going to swipe right. I'm going to do collective cards when I swipe back. So it'll be a couple minutes. You can comment as many times as you want. The first name I see will win those angel number. Okay. Was there something else I was supposed to be doing? No? Okay, swiping. Oh, wait, I want to read that comment first. They've been trying to clone the mammoth for years. Josh Gates did an episode on the dig site looking for samples with enough DNA. They found a baby mammoth with enough. Okay. But why? But why? So I can't see any comments right now. I could see more of myself, and I'm like, bleh, But I've been hard on myself lately, and I'm aware of that. And I don't think this is a good color on me, but you guys do, so that's nice. All right. Well. How interesting. Surprised by that. And also, I have nothing else to say. All right, so the animal card I pulled for us today as the collective is the elk, you guys. So what I talk about all the time is very much about celebrating your accomplishments with humility and looking at all the successes you've achieved in life, your powerful forces guiding you, your ability to conquer challenges, being limitless. Tap into your power. My drawer is stuck to my pants. All right, so tap into your power. We're going to do questions to ask ourselves today because that is important, right? So, where am I with my health goals? Where do I want to be? Why am I not there? And what will it take for me to feel well? It is very hard to feel well here on earth, guys. Just overall, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of work. So, if my body could talk, it would say, then fill in the blank. Well, it's been telling me I'm thirsty, and I've been honoring it. I've been drinking so much water. I really don't drink soda. I have it as a treat every now and again, but so much water, chlorophyll water, other water with vitamins, water, But anyway, so feed your body what it needs to feel nourished. If something keeps coming to your mind and you're like, oh, I want to try that, or you just think about it, it comes on your Facebook feed because Facebook reads your mind. You got to go, I'm going to try that and just do it. So feed your body what it's telling you it needs, right? But also help it to feel nourished and loved as well. Make some new exciting goals to take your health to the next level. I agree. Okay. And the angel number cards are going to go to Tori Huffman. Congratulations to Tori Hoffman. Yes to the chlorophyll. All right. And finally, the angel number card I'll pull for us today is 0330, which is a lucky shift. I feel like we could all use this after April, but love, peace, hope, optimism, and progress, creativity, all kinds of different things. So pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Remember, now through the 30th, couple days left, focus on the feels, where you feel you want your future to be. Envision it. What does it feel like to be there? What does it feel like to have meaningful, loving relationships and abundance and all these? Focus on your feels, guys. Got a couple days left to really send that out to the universe, right? So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I enjoyed doing these giveaways. I'm going to pause them actually, I'll do another one tomorrow. That one will be a gift certificate, but that one doesn't take much work for me. And then I'm going to pause them so I can keep track of what I've already given away. But thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and do our affirmations. Our chakra affirmations to help us feel balanced, mind, body, and spirit, right? So big, deep breath in through our nose, out through our mouth, releasing any tension, fear, anxiety, and worry. Anything that does not serve you, why hold on to it? Just make you sick and crazy. Nobody wants to be sick and crazy. We've already got earth for that. Am I right? And from our root to our crown, I am centered, I'm grounded, I'm safe, and I trust. I reawaken my passions. I'm creative. I share my gift with others. I stand in my power. I know my worth. I am valuable. I love and I let love in. I am love. I live in peace and gratitude. I speak the truth. I speak kindly to myself and others. I freely express myself. I honor my intuition. I honor the wisdom I receive. I see clearly. I embrace the unity of all things. I am one with all things. I am one with God, the universe, and all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, Thoughts are things. Keep them positive. You're deserving. I appreciate you guys so much. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you next time.